So, what is the first step? Let's say, okay, let's start with a protest. Ne? Maybe take us through that process, man. Let's say I'm realizing that there's a guy in the other team that I feel is not eligible to play. So that one, I handle it before the game starts.
That's correct.
Maybe take us through that. What would be the normal procedure in terms of the officials and the captains on the sidelines?
Oh, okay. With the protest, they allow the team that will be trying to frame the rules to say, look, we're saying that this player is not supposed to play. So they allow you to track with your team sheet to say, look, if you know already that that player was not supposed to play, so you are given an opportunity
to retract.
Yes.
Yeah.
That. So, but then if you saying that no, you believe that the player is supposed to play, then that team will play the match under protest.
Okay.
Yes.
And then in terms of Sunrise, there are 3 of those.
No, it's not protest.
Okay. It's complaints, ne?
The first, the one against Dolphins, our protest was torn apart.
Yeah.
So we wanted to protest before the match, but then the match commissioner on the day wanted the match to start and said that no, we can submit the protest during half time. But then you know that, like you said, that now the difference between a protest and a complaint. So a protest needs to be brought before so that you allow the team. Like even on Friday, Dolphins, we made a protest. Then Dolphins took 2 of their players out after realizing that we saw that they had 2 players who were not supposed to play.
Okay.
Yes.
And then with a complaint, it's when after the fact you've realized that certain things happened and they're not supposed to happen that way, and then you. Yes. How does that work now?
Look, with that when you check the cards, obvious, unless if maybe you know a person personally, so normally what they do, they use lookalikes, but then sometimes you find that people are at the stadium, they know each other, say, look, but that player was
I know him from somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, so you are given, you make certain findings after the match had played, and that's when, failure to make a protest, then you can make a complaint. Yes.
And then what kind of evidence is accepted in a complaint from your experience? Can I send pictures of someone wearing the kit and saying, this is the guy, or a video, or an affidavit of a witness, or how does that work? What kind of evidence?
You can have an affidavit. Let's say you are the brother to a player which was used illegally. So you can say, look, this is my brother, then this is ID. We are siblings, so he's registered with so and so. But now I was surprised to see him taking the field with a certain team. So and the other thing also is with the pictures. Let's say you know that now pictures are everywhere. Let's say now you see a player in University of Limpopo colors this week. Next week you see him. You see, then
and the timeline to register him doesn't align with.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see. So So and remember that when you take a matter to the DC, the only thing that you need to do there is to convince them that to convince them with regard to the case that you'll be bringing.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe let's take it a step further. Ne? So let's start with but I suppose they go through the same process. So obviously that complaint is documented in writing. Ne?
Yes, that's correct.
Both the protest and the complaint.
Yes.
And then how do you then move it forward to the SAFA office now? How does that happen?
Oh, okay. When you write a complaint, let me start with the protest. With the protest, you lodge before the match. So the protest remains with the referees. Okay. So the referees will indicate that this match was played under protest. So then, as a protesting team, then you've got 48 hours to pay a protesting fee, because you can protest at the match, but then if you fail to pay within 48 hours, then your protest then will fall away.
And that's to test your conviction, eh?
Exactly.
If you really mean what you mean.
Because they don't want you to waste their time.
Okay. Is it a secret how much you pay in ABC, man?
No, it's not.
How much is it?
It's 10,000.
Yo. And there are teams who have paid that, man.
Yes. If I tell you how much we paid for arbitration level, each case, now we have...
Sorry, hang on, we'll come to that one. Okay. Let's take it step by step. So, okay, that's the protest. And then with a complaint, obviously, are they specific on what kind of paper you write it on? You can handwrite. Protest, I've seen them handwritten and.
Yes, you can do that. So, other teams, while I was still with Sunrise Star Sun FC, what I did, I prepared papers. Protesting papers.
Like forms, sort of.
At regional, yes. Say, obviously on top it would be Star Sign logo. Then team against, then I leave it blank so that
you fill in by hand.
Yes, fill in by hand. So, but then all the other things then will be typed.
Okay.
But the infringements also, you can't type infringements because you don't know on the day what going to happen.
Be.
Yes.
Unless if it's a checklist. Which will capture all the details.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. And then with a complaint, so it's you also write it down and then you submit it at SAFA.
With a complaint, what normally happens that I've never seen one written by hand because that it's one
after the fact.
Yes, but then before the match you have a pen, don't have a laptop with you, a printer, so that's why now that is allowed. But I'm not saying that if you write it by hand, then they won't allow it.
Okay.
There's no way that the rule says you have to type.
Okay. Yes. So who receives those? Okay, the protest goes with the referee, but then you pay the 10K for the 8 hours. And then who's the official? Is it a legal guy at SAFA who receives these matters? And then what does he do with the information now that he has it?
No, there's an officer who receives such. Then the officer will alert the DC people of a case that is being brought. Yes.
Okay. And then now it's on the DC guys to now review the submissions. And then do they make a decision based on those submissions or they look for further, like both sides of the story? How does that happen? Like I just want to understand because I'm trying to get to the arbitration level, So I want to see the DC guy at SAFA. Mm-hmm. He receives your written protest with a 10K POK possibly. And then what does he do? Does he read it and then make a decision or what happens?
The DC people, let me just start by saying this. The provincial officer, after receiving, let's say it's a complaint or a protest, he or she cannot take it further to the DC if she or he can see that it's not complying. For example, if now you've written a complaint and it's falling off outside the 7 days period, there's no need for, she can determine that she can see that, okay, fine, but then this one has lapsed. Yes. And there's nowhere in the rules that I've seen
for extension,
yes,
something
for
like
condonation, that. Yes, I've never seen such. Then also with the protest, let's say that yes, you've made payment, but then it was outside
the 48 hours.
Yes, you see.
Do you get a refund, man?
Yes, you get a refund.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
then she or he's the one that is going to take them to the logical. So you only face the DC when on the the day for the sitting.
Yes. Oh, so they don't make a decision.
No,
they call you in.
They allow you. Yes, remember rules of natural justice. So they accord both parties, regardless of you saying that, or maybe the evidence that we would have brought before them. Yes, but then also your opponent, they're going to give him or her the fair chance to respond to the case that you'll be bringing.
Oh, so when someone says, no, these cases are dragging, they're saying SAFA is taking long in calling us to come speak to each other about this.
Yes, that's correct. And now, remember, those people are getting paid as per sitting. So sometimes what they'll do, let's say you're going to have fixtures every week in a month. So if today you beat a referee, on Monday they can't call DC people to come sit on the matter because maybe the following week
there's another one.
So they try to wait a bit so that they'll have enough on a certain day, so that they don't. I think it's with regard to the issue of expenses and also the availability. Because remember, those people they've got work outside.
Yes,
SAFA.
Okay, so and then it's at the DC when now both teams present their case, And then this is not arbitration yet, ne?
No.
It's purely
Yes.
the SAFA.
The first step, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, because I'm just thinking, ne? It would be, there's no lawyer there.
Yes.
It's just a SAFA guy and a team representative.
Yes.
So it may seem that it could be difficult to reach agreement, man, because everyone will be sticking to their guns. So how do you... It just sounds like every case is destined for arbitration. Or am I seeing it incorrectly?
No, I think you're seeing it incorrectly. The thing is, they are chance takers. Yes, then there are those who really believe that they are hard done at the DC level. So then you are given an opportunity to appeal. And remember, an appeal will be heard by someone different to the one who took the decision in the first instance.
Oh, so it goes to appeal when a DC guy has made a finding.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
But is there a timeline on DC making a decision from the day that you sit?
No.
There isn't.
Yes. So normally what they do, they listen to your arguments, then you'll receive an award after. Sometimes it happens in 2 weeks, in a week, but there's no time frame for such. But however, as soon as you receive an award, then that's when also you have 3 days to 72 hours to lodge an appeal.
Yeah, which is now arbitration.
So an appeal is no.
Okay.
Yes, an appeal can be made at arbitration level, but then there's an appeals board at national. But now we've been told that the provinces now have the capacity to handle appeals, meaning that if the DC, I feel hard done by a decision from the DC, then I can appeal, but the matter will still be heard within the province, however, by different people.
Okay.
Yes.
Then that's when, if the appeal, you feel like you're still hard done by that, and then you take it to arbitration. Yes. Which is where you are with Lephalale.
Yes, that's correct. And sometimes you do that because you look like now, some provinces are done. With, I seen the other day where you posted that, I think Free State,
they
have a winner already.
Free State, Northern Cape, and KZN, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with us this side, we're even yet to have the provincial winner, because remember, Stream A winners has to play Stream B winners.
And there can still be cases on there.
They can also... Yes, on that particular day on the decider, that's correct.
Oh, man. So, okay, I get it, coach. And then maybe let's take it to arbitration now, né?
Yeah.
So, I know it's 10K for a protest. Arbitration sounds like it should be way higher, man. Because it's more, the legal minds are now at an advanced level.
Yeah, appeal is 50,000. So it's an extra 5,000 to a protest.
To a protest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then at arbitration level is 30,000.
Wow. That's crazy. And it's the person who's initiating the arbitration that pays, not the other team.
Yes.
The other team doesn't pay anything. It's you who
initiates that. But
so it's the team that is initiating the arbitration that pays the 30K.
Yes.
Okay. So it means by this time now you would have spent 10, 25. You are now sitting on 55 by the time you get to arbitration.
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Isn't that covering a season's fees and referees?
I know, at ABC, maybe national level, yeah.
Because I'm just trying to see the value for money in getting to arbitration. But I guess if it's the 3 points that will take you to the playoffs, then it's worth it.
Yes.